Happy video day, guys. Christina, Brooke here. Today we are going to be covering fall 2022 fashion trends. So I love doing these trend finders because I like to see what's going to be in for the upcoming season. Not because I'm somebody who thinks that you need to wear trends, but I do enjoy trends. I think that they're fun. I think it's fun to incorporate little things here and there, especially the ones that you like, into your wardrobe because it's just interesting to me. So today I'm gonna break down to you all of the trends, things that are gonna be in for fall of 2022. And like I've said before, you do not need to follow trends, but maybe there's stuff in your wardrobe that you already own that's gonna come out in style, and you might as well pull it out from the back of your closet and start wearing it again because it's gonna be in again. So we're gonna break it all down, and if you are not subscribed, don't forget to go ahead and hit subscribe right now. And also, if you wanted to know the colors of fall 2022, what colors of makeup and fashion you're gonna be seeing everywhere, I just finished posting a video all about that, and don't forget to check that one out, and you'll get an idea of the colors that you should be looking out for when you go on your next shopping spree. But anyways, let's go ahead and let's start breaking down the fall 2022 fashion trends. So what I decided to do is I looked at so many different runway shows, and I kind of grabbed just like a few different things that I think are going to be dominant ideas, dominant trends for 2022, especially for the fall. So there's 12 different trends here that I'm going to focus on because to me they're the easiest ones and the ones that I truly believe we're going to be seeing everywhere. So the first trend is leather. Now, leather to me is one of the biggest trends for fall of 2022. I am seeing it everywhere. Every runway show. I mean, you see this in Versace and, other shows, like they typically do something leather. It's a little edgier, but I'm seeing it everywhere now. It is a edgier leather fashion though. So we're not talking about just leather dresses. We're talking about leather dresses and pants that have an edgier twist to them. When I see like leather tops, I'm talking about like corseted leather tops, like tops that look like corsets made out of leather. I'm seeing skirts that are like very high slit made out of leather. Or one that I'm seeing a lot of are these pants that have like the lace up details. That looks like it's going to be a huge trend. Personally, don't think I'm going to be able to wear this, but it's going to be a huge trend. So when you think of leather, think of edgier leather stuff, not really like studs or anything like that, just an edgier version of leather. And it kind of goes into number 2, which is punk. It's kind of like a revival of punk. So this is going to be something that you're going to be seeing a lot of. Think of like Avril Lavigne fashion. I honestly think that this was inspired by Kourtney Kardashian, Megan Fox, Machine Gun Kelly, that whole thing that's been happening. And this punk revival is also going to be seen in fashion. So you're going to be seeing kind of like the plaid skirts. You're going to be seeing like the bigger boots, like the platform boots, and kind of like a punk twist to fashion. I also saw leather belts that have like the studding on it. It's an ode to the punk era, just brought into the future. So I think that this is also going to go into the makeup side. So I can see makeup trends going very smoky going into fall. Just think of futuristic punk or a 90s grunge. You're going to start seeing a little bit of hints of that coming. And there's more styles that are in that kind of ode to that as well, so we'll get into that in a minute. So even though a lot of the stuff that I talked about are very edgy, because I do feel like this year it's kind of like designers were like, let's be edgy. Like they just like, I don't know, they went from not doing too much to all of a sudden being like, I want to be dramatic, edgy leather, like to the top. They're also going to have some pretty things. So those of you who love like the pretty fashion, there's also going to be an ode to hyper pretty things. So I think of this as those beautiful silky dresses that were so in for spring. Those are going to continue with a little bit of a twist. You're probably going to be seeing a little bit more lace. You're going to see things that are just going to look very pretty. I'm thinking like a Love Shack fancy style going into a fall trend. You're going to be seeing suiting, maybe made out of silk. So silk is huge. Silk was like a big trend for spring, but it's continuing into the fall. So you're going to be seeing a lot of silk pieces, which obviously is very pretty, very elegant, very dainty. So even though you're seeing this crazy punk and edgy rocker style, you're also seeing a very elegant, soft, very pretty style coming out too. So when you think of this trend, I would think of a more romantic styled dressing. So adding more romance into like pretty styles. This is definitely something that was showing up on the runways as well. So it's not just gonna be edgy. So I don't wanna scare you with the whole edgy thing. There's some more edginess coming, but it's not all edgy. So going with pretty things, shiny. Things that are shiny, we're gonna talk about lots of sequin. Sequin is going to dominate. I don't think it's very like uncommon for sequin to be a big hit, but sequin's gonna be a big hit. So sequin's gonna be everywhere. I don't know if you've already started to notice a lot of fast fashion places have been popping out all of these sequin dresses, even at the end of the summer. I've seen sequin so much. Sequin skirts, sequin dresses, sequin tops. Get ready to see sequin. Shiny, shiny, shiny. And it's gonna be interesting because there is some of that edgy element still added in. So I can see leather and sequin mixing together. And also another huge hit that's gonna be in is going to be suiting. Workwear, day at the office type of clothing is gonna be very in. It's gonna be a little different because I do feel like a lot of the other pieces are going to intertwine with the office wear. So you're gonna be seeing like corseted tops tucked into pants with a blazer. It's not just gonna be like your white button-down shirt thrown with a blazer. Like that's not what we're talking here. We're talking about elevated office attire. Now, they are kind of implying that the oversized is still going to be in. I personally do not really love oversized workwear. It's okay, but since I'm so short, I'm 5'3", it just doesn't work for me. So this is like one of those trends that I would say for me, it's better to find a fitted outfit. Maybe the blazer could be a little oversized and I'm still on trend. I'm just not gonna wear like the oversized look because I will look crazy. So this is one that I feel like you can modify. But I do think a really beautiful collared like pantsuit, like one that matches the top with the bottom, is beautiful. And it's like one of those pieces that you can go out and buy. You can add it to your collection, but it will be something you'll wear for a long time because a nice pantsuit is always useful. So this is gonna be really in. We're also gonna be seeing them in colors. We've been seeing colors for a while. There's certain colors that are gonna be in, and I'm sure you're gonna be seeing it, especially like pinks. I know it's fall, but you're gonna be seeing pink suits. Also accessorizing with little things like ties and glasses are gonna be a huge thing for fall. And I would also point out that pencil skirts will be coming back. So it's been a while since we've seen the pencil skirt. Get ready to start seeing some more pencil skirts mixing with suiting. So definitely like the whole idea of workwear is going to be coming back. But also with this, we've got to talk about elevated basics because I feel like this is one that we may all have in our collection. So basics are going to be so in. So you're talking about regular white t-shirts, basic white tank tops. So you just your basic outfits like you usually have in your collection anyways is gonna be super in. However, they're elevating them. So they're adding little details to them like Prada, I believe, had like a Prada sign on their regular white tank tops. Some people had like lacing detail on a regular white t-shirt. So it's adding a little bit of something to a basic, but this is also one that I would tell you that if you just have basics in your closet, and let's say it's not super elevated, it's gonna be in again. So mixing in your basic top with a skirt or basic top with a pair of pants or like a blazer outfit is something that you're going to be seeing. I know that they keep talking about tank tops, and I do know that a lot of people don't live in areas that, you know, it's gonna be too cold for you to wear a tank top, but tank tops, basic tees, that's all gonna be really hot for the fall. And I think it's a perfect way to wear some of the other trends as well. Like for example, another huge trend is gonna be maxi skirts. I knew that this was coming. They had been talking about this since last fall, and it's gonna be another ode to like 90s grunge. It's like the maxi skirts that are long and they're a little bit tighter fitted. That's gonna be the really in kind of maxi. But other designers are using this more to just bring out maxi skirts. So some that are a little bit more flowy, anything that's long. So definitely I would say if you have maxi skirts in your closet, which I think we all do because there was a time there that maxi skirts were the thing, I would definitely pull it out. And if you can get your hands on one of those like 90s style maxis, then you definitely will be really, really on trend. I actually have a haul that's coming from MOTF that I got 2 maxi skirts. They're not like the 90s ones, but they're really cute. And they have like like that silhouette that I remember growing up. So I will be showing you guys that pretty soon. But I think that this is a really cool trend because I do think this is an easy one, and also one that I feel like a lot of us may already have something like this in our wardrobe. So here's another one that I believe kind of goes back to punk, but it is different. It's kind of like a punk and elevated basics mixed together, and that is the not so preppy prep look, okay? So they are introducing that preppy style again, but this preppy style is a little less clueless, a little bit less like Gossip Girl, like preppy school look. It's more like a punk version. So you're talking about like the plaid skirts that are a little bit on the shorter side. We're talking about corsetting detail on maybe just like regular white long sleeves. It's adding a little bit of edge to a preppy look. They're talking about leather and incorporating leather into like your basic preppy styles. It's like a combination of like that punky look with an elevated basic. So this is an interesting one. I honestly feel like this might be the style that I'll have the hardest time meshing with. Part of this is cargo pants, so cargo pants are going to be in. I actually just finished getting a pair of cargos from Zara that I'll be showing you guys. They're jeans, but they have like a cargo look. I guess a way that we can describe this is like a sporty prep look, and I'm going to show you some examples on the screen, but it's like a sportswear mixed with preppy look, creating like this combination of craziness. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of this one, to be honest. I do like cargo pants, but I don't love this trend. But I do like bomber jackets, and bomber jackets are also going to be super hot. Like, bomber jackets are everywhere. So if you don't have a bomber jacket and you're somebody who lives somewhere that's cold and you want to invest in one, you're definitely going to be on trend because this is probably going to be around for a while. Bomber jackets are making a huge comeback this year. You've probably already seen a lot of people starting to sport them, or a lot of websites already starting to sell them. They're going to be a huge staple for fall. When we're thinking of outerwear for the fall, it's like an elevated outerwear. So I would think like faux furs and, you know, leather jackets that are just a little bit more of a statement. So imagine that your outerwear is making the statement more than the outfit that you're actually wearing. So I wouldn't be shocked if you start seeing some amazing outerwear pieces that look like they are the star of the show. And this one I'm actually excited for because I do really love this, is over-the-knee boots. Over-the-knee boots are going to be really, really in. And I love a good over-the-knee boot. And I do know that they're scary because when you see them, you think, oh gosh, is that too much? But worn the right way, they can look impeccable, and they're going to be really hot for the fall. Now, they're not going to be over-the-knee boots with heels. They're going to be more of the flattened over-the-knee boots, or the ones that are wedged. So I would say that this is definitely a trend that's so cool. I love over-the-knee boots. I think that they could look like amazing. Like, I am very here for this one. I actually want to buy over-the-knee boots in black. I have a really pretty like brown one that's so amazing. I think they were from like Steve Madden. Awesome. So I think that this is a really cool trend, and it is a little edgier. So those are the trends that I found that I think that are going to be really dominant going into the fall. I also want to point out corsets. Okay, so I touched on it, but just get ready to see corsets everywhere. So if you don't have a corset top, I would say add something that looks corseted to your wardrobe, or find something that looks corseted, because it looks like corsets are here to stay, and they're going to be a little bit more dominant throughout the entire fall. So I like some parts of the trends that are coming out for fall, and I hate some of the parts. Like, I don't mind the punk look, but done in an elegant way, I like it. So I think, in my opinion, I'm going to be mixing all of these trends together to create an elegant, edgy trend, because I don't like just pure edge or pure elegant. Like, I do like to mix everything together. So I think pulling pieces from each one of these trends and creating like an amazing outfit is gonna work really good. I am going to do a video where I'm going to grab these trends and show you guys ideas of pieces that you can wear that are on trend, and mixing them to make them more me and more my style, to show you guys ways that I feel like they could be elegant but still be on trend. So I will be showing you guys that video pretty soon. I'm going to start working on it. So I'm going to say, I mean, this is probably one of the edgier seasons I have seen in a while. Parts of it I love, parts of it I don't. I just, I want to know from you guys, what are your thoughts? Are you excited for this new season? Are you excited for what you're going to be seeing in the stores? Is it scary? Are you a little intimidated by the leather and the punk that keeps getting brought up all the time? I want to know from you guys down below. Let me know. And yeah, that's all we have for today's video. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.